Still looking at me.
Hey yo, what's up guys? What's good? Good evening. How are you doing? Mr. Avenger here, the one and only Mr. Avenger, Mr. MA or Mighty Sun. But welcome back into another reaction video at your service. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right. Still a little sleepy, just half awake, and it's because of last night playing Metal Hellsinger, and it is a badass game, but it's very different of a third-person shooter, and I'm slowly trying to learn how the mechanics work. And the more kills you make, the beats of every tracks gets more aggressiveness, and depending on how fast you go with this, and that's something that I never done that. I mean, I know there exists of videos that does a run speed, but I just don't think I'd be able to get to do that quick, because I'm still basically a noob to this game. But I do need to finish it though, and not to mention Batman and Gungrave, because those two I need to finish. And we are just getting this close of the release of Judgment Day by Love Bites. So hopefully that I will get a notification. That's going to be later on tonight, maybe late in the morning. But we'll see, because I'm ready. So with that said, it's time for another episode of DeathBattle, but this is the season finale. And what better way to have a go out with a bang and having two fused Saiyan warriors, and I'm talking about Gogeta and Vegito, two separate universes in their own right, that they are considerably and unquestionably that they are OP. So it's no surprising that we are going to be getting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from Dragon Ball GT and Vegito through Dragon Ball Z and Super. So definitely we are going to be getting the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, because he is still my favorite character of, what else? Dragon Ball Fighters. And if not, my team, Team Blue is still the best that I can utilize with. But I think that's enough of talking about the game. But I hope that because this is considered that this is a fan service that we all wanted to see. So this is the best way to sell this once and for all. So let's go. Let's get right to it. And without further ado, it's time to react.
Things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the
Gogeta
world!
fight Vegito!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends, or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though
Different.
in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's
Here we go.
GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, Toei's Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold on to your Dragon Balls.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
We're getting a new animation.
Imagine it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna
everybody
be the
remembers
most
that
radical
movie.
movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then it happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep.
Everybody remembers this.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year.
Two Saiyans, the proud son of royalty and the lower class champion, becoming one.
So it
epic
only had
powerhouse.
one
This
canon
is the true
appearance.
potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey,
which that
doesn't
was
mean
to
the first time we saw
Dragon Ball
Saiyan,
Super
but I think
Broly.
this comes close.
This method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we never actually see.
But I'd guess that, like
That
wearing
is true.
crop
We
tops
never
with
did
inflatable
get to see
shoulder
what
pads.
they look like.
When Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance. On top of an incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy to screw up, trust me. But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's how it took out Janemba in one shot. The
Yep.
guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devilmight Beam, which causes the evil within a person to explode and...
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over
Okay.
the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation. Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku
Yeah,
has
and the
also
Super
claimed
Saiyan
his form
4
increases the Saiyans'
Limit
inherent
Breaker.
aggression. Though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Yeah, and the fact that they actually feature all of that in Dragon Ball Fighters.
Limit of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate God Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys.
And
Heart.
two Gogetas together could take on Fu.
Hearts, excuse me.
Just Fu?
Yeah.
After all that, he's just called Fu.
That's his name.
Dark
That's his
King
name.
Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan,
Okay, so he's
Namekian,
a
Earthling
bio-android.
logic, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Well, it makes
Is
sense.
this fan fiction?
Hearts the
It
God
makes
Warrior
sense.
claimed Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These two forms
Trust
side
me,
by
it
side
will.
implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool. And there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In
I think that's
Revelation
from Shin
28
Budokai.
1985, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limit. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
It's the spring of 1995. A demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink, with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But there wasn't
Well,
time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despised.
different.
Instead, they used the Potara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right.
The Supreme
Potara earrings
Kais.
come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Potara forcibly fuses the two beings
Oh, so it
together.
was
No power level matching required.
Vegeta. Oh,
Goku
Vegeta.
and Vegeta fused to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have
I think
a
that
better
was
name?
Vegito with
And
with
remember,
two
Fusion
T's.
Reborn started production well before
That's
Toriyama
probably
banned
the
Vegito's
Japanese
first appearance.
version.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vegito? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegerot.
Oh, that one
Yeah,
sucks too. Okay,
I
let's
just
talk about
mentioned
how he
that.
blows shit up real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are, fittingly, perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the Final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's Final Flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha wave. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's
No,
powers
it's
combined,
completely
Majin
different.
Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down.
I don't think
It just made
I don't
him
think they
delicious.
His
mentioned
level
of the
power
Spirit
had transcended to
Caliber.
such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated.
It was
He
the
continued
most
on
funniest
as
thing
the
that's ever
incredible
happened
fighting
in Dragon Ball
No
history.
mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Yep.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does. Though, to be fair, the Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity, like a fusion dick measuring contest.
Oh,
but not
I think
at
this
all
is to the
close.
Super
Though
Dragon Ball
similar to his
Heroes.
dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kind of weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent.
Yeah.
Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a
Okay.
single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero
Okay, so that-
shenanigans,
that-
and he's
okay,
got
it
the
does
full
make
power
sense.
Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match.
I still
when
love
there's
doing
no
that.
one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
All right, the combatants
Here
are
we
set to
go.
run the data through all possibilities.
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's time for a death battle!
They really did.
What is this madness? Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot!
Nice.
Jump!
So they're using the same 3D model because you know what? I'm gonna shut up. Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
Okay. Okay, so going to Super Saiyan 4, that's fine. Damn. Oh, damn it. Come on, let's see, let's see. Are they dead? Because they're in the snake way. From Super Saiyan 4. Oh my god. Now they're outside of Kami's house.
Gotcha.
Inside of the hyperbolic time chamber. Oh, let's go. Let's go, baby. Come on. Oh, the goosebumps.
Oh man, that was epic! Totally worth the wish. Oh, I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. Nope, seriously, how could it not be?
I mean,
They're almost exactly the same person.
They're the same,
Differences
yes.
Here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power
Yeah,
that provided
see,
an absolute edge over the other.
shorter
Except perhaps
duration.
Vegeta's longer time limit, though it's not so clear cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still,
Yeah.
it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more
Right.
often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegito or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels,
Yeah.
so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Right.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey,
Yeah.
could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does.
Right.
The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Boo, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was po-terrible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron!
How could you forget about that?
The winner is Vegito.
Oh no. But yay! Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Alex Mercer versus Cole McGarth. Okay. I cannot wait to see that. But yes! Vegito rules. Okay, I'm sorry to take sides, but let's be fair. The Patara earrings, that is, it's everlasting, and the fact that it's more efficient and more effective than the fusion dance, because when it comes to because it takes a lot of practice, and they have to be, and when it comes to 2 pairs, they have to be completely same energy level in order to perform perfectly, and using so much energy, and it will drain the time limitations for the fusion dance. But for the Patara, it's different, and the more you using it, and it does stays it permanently, but it does kind of end it shortly than the fusion dance could ever do. So that would explains Vegito went to Super Saiyan Blue, and it just basically it just canceled it out. And it was like, because the last time on Z, it lasted about like an hour, and it depleted when they were inside Majin Buu. In Super, it lasted about, I think it lasted about 30 minutes. But the point is that both Gogeta and Vegito are the same, because it's the same personality of Vegeta and Goku, because it doesn't matter if it's from a separate universe. It's the fact is that it's still the same. Only difference is of the the limitation, and it's so much of ki, and depends on how that it's being utilized. But I'm just happy that Vegito wins, because, as I already said, Team Blue, baby, and that's where it is. So believe that, and I think that is going to be it for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode, and I will give credit to Boomstick that was epic, even though that his jokes are terrible, and I don't think we didn't get to see the fusion between the Boomstick and Wiz. I'm curious to know what the outcome looks like. But post your likes and also leave a comment down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.